Hi, welcome to the Book Bar where everything bookish is on the menu. I'm Ann Jeanette Barr, and today I am very excited to give you a little bit of a first look into the new Amazon reading platform called Kindle Vella. I'm actually quite excited about this new opportunity for reading from Amazon. Kindle Vella has been advertised kind of quietly as they've been getting ready to launch it. Mostly I've only seen writers talk about it. I don't think I've received any kind of notification as a reader that Kindle Vella is this new upcoming thing. So if this is your first time hearing about it, don't feel bad. I think you'll be hearing a lot more about Vella in the future. But for now, it has been mostly advertised to writers as an opportunity to get serialized fiction in front of readers in a new way. And if you're unfamiliar with serialized fiction, think Charles Dickens releasing one chapter of his story at a time in newspapers. Or if you need a little bit more contemporary example, think of apps like Radish or Wattpad or Inkitt. Serialized fiction is stories that come out in short snippets, little episodes at a time, not all at once, so you can't really binge the story until it's all out. But it's a great platform for writers who maybe like some more interaction as they go, or they just enjoy that built-up tension of only having a little bit of their story available at a time. And also it's great for readers who only have a little bit of time to read because they're not overwhelmed by a large book, feeling like they're not making progress. They have measurable little goals for each episode, and it only takes a short time to read them. So I'm going to show you everything that Amazon has put out about Kindle Vella. I'll show you what launched today and talk a little bit more about the different versions of Vella that are and maybe will be available. So right now it is only advertised as being an iOS app. I think it will be through the Kindle app for iOS, and a web-based reading experience through Amazon.com. There's no Android app yet, but I think like the development of a lot of apps, they're just testing it on one platform first to see how it goes, and then they'll be, creating the Android app probably soon. So I only have an Android phone. Specifically, I use a Google Pixel. But I was able to access this morning Kindle Vella in, I think it's full format on my laptop. So I'm going to turn it around to show you my screen capture on my laptop here in a moment to show you what it would look like to have a web-based, browser-based reading experience with Vella. But also in the process of getting ready to create this video, the phone-based Android kind of landing page with the Amazon app went live, so I can show you that too. So I'll tell you more about Kindle Vella as we go, but for now I'm going to turn it around so you can see what this looks like and if you might be interested in using it. And before we get started, if you find this interesting and if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button so that you can see all the other bookish content that I come out with. And then when you're finished with this video, come back and see all the other bookish and writerly things that I have posted before now. Okay, so this is the Kindle Vella landing page where you will find all of the stories listed. Right there under the header, you can see all of the different genre categories. There aren't as many genre categories as I would have liked to have seen as a writer. There are plenty to get started, but you'll have to use tags to find very specific elements, which we'll get to in a minute. This section here called Your Stories is where you keep track of the ones that you're reading. I have these three up because I know the authors personally, and I definitely want to follow their writing. And as you scroll down, you can see different features here that will continue to be beefed up, I'm sure, including this top to fave area, which we'll come back to. And then you can see these tags that I was mentioning. So in addition to genres, you have tags like action, suspense, aliens, apocalypse, crime, supernatural, dystopian, billionaire is one that, is probably a lot of romance. And then just the ones that you've already read down the bottom that you haven't favorited. So this section is what I want to show you. Start here. This is introducing Kindle Vella. It's a little snippet from them that's not really a story, but it's formatted the same way with the follow story button. And if you click on read episode 1, there's a great welcome that explains how Vella works and what it is. And I just wanted to highlight a few things. You can go back and read it all, but it shows that it's only an iOS app in Amazon.com for right now. But it's also showing how the whole system works. There's tokens. Kindle Vella uses a token system, and the first 3 episodes of every story are free, and you don't have to use tokens for them at all. But after that, the way you'll pay for your Vella stories is by using these tokens, and you get 200 free tokens to begin with so that you can really get a feel for how this works. And then after that, you buy them in bundles. There's also different ways to interact with your stories, like giving it a crown or a thumbs up, and those are the ways to support your authors in addition to following them. And there's that thumbs up button that you can click at the bottom of each story. I'm going to show you a few stories so that you can really see what they look like. But before we do that, let's look at the token system. So you get 200 free tokens first. I haven't claimed mine, so I'm going to do that now. And look, up there at the top, I have 200 free tokens now to spend wherever I want. And again, that's after my first 3 episodes. So you don't have to spend any tokens to get a good feel. So I do know some authors who are using Kindle Vella, and I've already included them in my what it looks like to hunt down a book that looks interesting. So this one appeals to me just by title and photo. So I click on it. I can see a little bit of a blurb about them. I can see those tags. Okay, female assassin, female detective mysteries. That sounds interesting. So I can look up at the blurb and I can read more and just glance over it. Sounds like it could be good. So I can scroll down and see that this person has actually uploaded quite a few episodes. So I won't just be done after my first 3. I can go all the way up to episode 10, but you'll see that they're locked after episode 4. So I'm clicking on episode 1, and if I were to read all of this, this is what it would look like. This is what it looks like in the browser. So I didn't use any of my tokens. And just scrolling down, oops, all the way to the bottom, you can see that I could like it, and then I could go on to the next episode. So if I go back to my landing page after I've read episode 1, it does not put this story that I read an episode of in my little featured section. So to do that, I have to go back to my story and click that follow button. And then you'll see that when we go back to that front page, see there, it's included now with my other stories so that I can keep track. So definitely utilize that follow button. Let's just show you how another one works. When I click this, you can see I've already read episode 1, so it shows me I'm ready to go on to episode 2. Little secret for you guys, I've actually read all of these episodes because this is my pen name, so now you know. So if we go through episode 2 all the way to the bottom, past the author note, we can just click the next episode, and I want to show you what happens when you get past the free episodes. So the first 3 episodes are free. The 4th episode, I'm going to click over to next episode. It tells me that I need to unlock episode 4 with 11 tokens. There's one, stories cost 1 token per 100 words. So my next episode, episode 4, is going to be 1100 words. I click it and it's instantly available to me if I've already written it. And also, so you can see now my token value went down. That's how it looks. So back to the home page. I really think this is going to be a fun platform to read on, just a different experience. I think especially once the mobile app for Android comes out, I'll enjoy it, but I plan on using this in my browser in the meantime. And if you click on this area called Faves, it shows you that you can crown your faves. So I just wanted to talk about this really quickly. You can crown one favorite per week, and that's your currency to be able to bump those writers up that you really enjoy once per week to get them on this landing page. So that'll really help the books that you're enjoying. And if you're like me and you'd really like to be able to sit in bed, lay in bed and read on your phone, or read in a waiting room or public transportation, and so you use your phone to read quite often. I do think, based on what I've seen on the web version, that it's going to be very clean, very easy to read on a phone. So I trust that's going to be a really good place to use this app. And in the meantime, if you're using Android, I just wanted to show you that Amazon does have a landing page on the Amazon app for your phone where you can see all the things that I just showed you. You cannot interact with everything the exact same way, but if you click on a story, you can still read the blurb. So if someone links to their story and you're on your phone, you can still read the blurb and then hit that follow button. And that way, when you do get back to your browser on your computer or your laptop or your tablet, you will be able to pick up where you would have wanted to pick up on your phone. Even though you can't read it on your phone yet, it'll help you keep track of those and save them for later. So I am excited about that. I'm excited to see all the different ways they're integrating this app into things. I'm waiting for the big announcements to see what they have to say to you, the readers, to help you get excited about the stories on this platform. The ones that I've read so far, just a few episodes, have been great, and I am excited to find some new authors and excited to see what it looks like for me as a writer to have a book on a platform without really doing much advertising on it myself, just to see if it takes off. I don't know if Kindle Vella will be wonderful or a little bit of a flop. Everything is a little bit of a risk when you start out, obviously, but I think it has a lot of potential. So leave me a comment and let me know if you have already checked Kindle Vella out or if this is your first time hearing about it. And if you do have an iPhone, tell me how it looks on the iPhone and if it looks as nice and exciting as it does on the Android and the web-based app. I'm looking forward to talking with you more about Kindle Vella as new stories release. And thanks so much for watching this episode. Like it and stick around for more content. Bye.